Hi guys, how you doing? It's Adam here. Today I'm with Nick Davies from Warwickshire School of Hypnotherapy.
Hi.
I just wanted to ask Nick a few questions and to clarify a few things about the Transactional Hypnosis workshop and all the work Nick's been putting through to actually do the Transactional Hypnosis for therapists and anyone who's interested in making change. So I was just going to ask Nick if you could just describe Transactional Hypnosis in a very raw way for someone who maybe hasn't got any knowledge about transactional analysis at all, and just to explain it to the people out there who may not even really have a clue what it's about and how you came about to discover it.
Okay, thanks Adam. Transactional hypnosis is my model of hypnosis based on what's called transactional analysis, and transactional analysis is a field of psychotherapy which was created by Eric Berne. And Eric Berne was working with somebody one day, and he felt that there were different characters coming out in this person in therapy. He saw that this businessman, who was very astute and very able to make money, tended to have some childlike characters. Their voice changed, their posture changed and everything else. And he developed the model of which is called structural analysis of the parent, the adult and the child, three separate behaviours. And I took this learning into a therapeutic setting, and I use transactional analysis an awful lot in terms of therapy and my hypnotherapy work. And then I got to thinking, because I do stage hypnosis as well, how can we apply this to hypnosis? So I looked at the model in terms of the interaction between the hypnotist and the subject, and how we can apply transactional analysis in terms of hypnosis. So if I was to hypnotise Adam, what kind of role do I need to be in order to facilitate him going into hypnosis? How do I get compliance and everything else? And I found that transactional analysis was a great way of not only using it to hypnotise people, but a great way of understanding how and why hypnosis works, why some people hypnotised easier than others. Also to explain how you can actually facilitate change in other people, so how you can change people who may be perceived as difficult subjects into easier subjects, and also how to anticipate and spot certain behaviours in people that make it easier for you to transition people into hypnosis.
Okay, great. And what about how is it transitioning into the therapy side? You mentioned your therapy business there. How can you do the transaction from therapy, from the stage to the therapy?
Yeah, okay. Transactional hypnosis would help you position that person in terms of getting them into the right state of hypnosis for the purposes of therapy. It will also help you with the therapy side. Let me give you an example. Often clients will come into the therapy room and they'll say, I'm just overeating, or I really can't get over this, I don't get on with my mum and dad, my relationship, my partner, whatever. And they'll say, but I understand why that is, but I get it, I completely understand, I know what I should do. They've got two different things there, and you'll probably notice if you rewind the video that, you know, I mimic that in my face there, that there's a child part of the person that doesn't know why they exhibit these behaviours and just does, as children do. They don't understand guilt when they're very young and just behave in a way that they just want to gratify themselves. And this is what you find in adults. So what you'll get is the part of the personality that doesn't understand why they want to change. But then you get this rational part of the personality that does want to change, what we call the adult. The adult understands, but these two are what they call in transactional analysis is decaffected, disconnected it means. So in terms of when I'm working with a client, I was working with somebody today, and the first thing I did is said, put that rational side of your mind, you know, to one side, because that works. We haven't got a problem with that. But let's look at the child side. Let's look at working with the part that doesn't understand, and it's being able to separate these parts of the personality that gives you more influence, more control, if you like, and more tools.
That's great. So I guess it works within the stage environment. Obviously, you mentioned that, and it's a great tool to have as a therapist.
For therapy,
counselling,
yeah.
All sorts. Would there be any courses being run? I know you did mention that you were going to do a workshop of any sort.
Yeah, I'm going to run a workshop called Transactional Hypnosis. Teaching people, firstly the fundamentals of it, the parent-adult-child model, the structural analysis, how interactions happen between people, and and how you can use that, manipulate that model in order to make you a better hypnotist and hypnotherapist. So I'm going to be showing you some tools. It won't be a very therapeutic model initially. The first course I'm running is geared towards how to use hypnosis, how to get people into hypnotic states for use with therapy, but mostly for use in street, stage hypnosis and things like that. We'll be running further models as we get more in depth in terms of how to use that in terms of therapy, but for the purposes of this, it's going to be a one-day course demonstrating how to use transactional analysis and apply that in terms of getting people into hypnosis more easily, more effectively, getting more phenomena. So if you were to use that in the therapy room, it's basically getting people into those states where you can actually get in and work with those bits you need to. In terms of the stage stuff, it's getting in and getting them to perform certain routines.
Brilliant. Well, I hope, guys, that's cleared up any questions or any queries you've got about transactional hypnosis. I'm sure Nick will be posting more information about the courses very soon. And I'd like to thank Nick Davies from Warwick School of Hypnotherapy.
Brilliant, thanks Adam. Cheers.